game takes place in 1951 here on Earth, but it is a very different 1951. World War II never occurs in this game, and as a result, what you see in the game is a little bit twisted.
It is a story about Nathan Hale himself and the mystery of what happened to him. It starts out with the invasion as the Americans are breaking from their isolationist policies, and the mission isn't revealed to the soldiers. It's something that's hinted at throughout the course of the game. Pretty much right from the start, the whole U.S. force is just wiped out in England. And what happens after that is they try to scramble together what remains of the forces, and Nathan Hale ends up being the only survivor to make it out of York.
It is a very story-driven game, and everything that you're going to see in the game helps you uncover a lot of the mysteries behind the main character and behind the Chimera, who are the bad guys here.
What's fun about the story is that it is revealed in a lot of different ways. You start from the beginning. Rachel Parker, British intelligence officer, is narrating the events from after they had happened and trying to piece together what actually happened to Nathan Hale. But you're also immersed in the story from his perspective in the form of flashbacks. So I think it does really get you into the immersive experience of Nathan Hale, while also the frame story, Parker's narration, gives you a lot of the backstory of what makes the whole world and the universe interesting.
When you talk about first-person shooters, the first thing people think about are, what are the weapons I get to use?
We got to make alien weapons and we got to make human weapons, and in both cases we tried to make them interesting. For instance, the human rocket launcher, while it might just sound like a normal rocket launcher, has a lot of deep gameplay to it. You can control the rockets, you can direct them around, you can actually stop them in midair, you can hang on to them, you can shoot mini rockets out of it. One of the human exotic weapons, the Black Ops weapons, is called the Sapper. And that actually shoots alien globules out that stick to everything and explode like mines. The sniper rifle is a human weapon, but it's actually, alt-fire is able to slow down time when you're in the scope mode. So you actually focus and you slow down everything, and the headshots are really satisfying in that. Alt-fire, instead of just shooting a different round or something, it sometimes changed the weapon, it sometimes complemented what you already were doing with the weapon, and it definitely provided secondary, tertiary, even more modes to each weapon, and we tried to bring that out with each weapon as we could.
The weapons are going to be what really help this one stand out.
I think they're going to be a blast. I think they're going to love them.
You notice a lot in multiplayer games, you see very flat, box-like levels, just because they have to get so many people running at the same time. Resistance Fall of Man multiplayer is going to feature some of the best visuals you've ever seen in a multiplayer game. We're really trying to take the visuals that work so well in single player and deliver them, and deliver 40 players on top of that. You're able to play as a human or a chimera, and depending on which species you choose, each have different pros and cons that make them worth playing. The humans have much more tactical advantages. The hybrids have much more sort of brute force tactics.
We decided on not having vehicles right from the beginning because we wanted to focus on the on-foot combat and make that as good as it can be.
And the two don't really match. So what we did was we went in favor of the one that we thought best highlighted our 40-player experience, and that was very close, very frantic environments with, unfortunately, no vehicles. The way that we're going to do matchmaking in this game is you'll be able to select between playing a ranked game and an unranked game. In a ranked game, you will be match made, and we'll try to match you with people of relatively equal skill. We evaluate your stats, we figure out how good we think you are, and we try to put you in with other people of that level. You'll be able to create and join clans and get a little clan tag that goes next to your name. The biggest thing that's going to set Resistance apart from all the other games is going to be variety. I don't think anyone else is going to be able to offer the breadth of experience that we have. When you look at the single-player game, you've got tons of different weapons, tons of different locations, many enemies. You just got, and vehicles, different types of gameplay. There's a lot of variety there. When you look at multiplayer, you get the same thing. You have all of the different weapons, all of their alt-fires, all the strategic uses there. You have hybrids versus humans. You have different maps featuring different environments. And to top it all off, we've already announced 5 different modes, and we've got more on the way to announce. Deathmatch, team deathmatch, capture the flag, but we've also got the 2 tactical modes. We've got Meltdown and we've got Breach. In Breach, both teams are trying to destroy each other's reactor. To do that, they need to gain control of spots on the map called nodes. The more nodes that they control also influences how many defenses they have at their base. So the players have to strategically decide what they need more. Do they need to go to the base and try to attack it? Do they need to try to get nodes? Because if they're not getting nodes, the other team sure as heck's going to get nodes. So they have to play this game with each other of struggle for control, as well as figuring out, okay, this group is going to have to go over here and attack the node to draw them away from here. So there's a very strategic game based around that.
PlayStation 3 definitely offers a lot more power than we've ever been able to access on any console, and that's because of the architecture of the cell. All the SBUs can be used to process very complex routines in parallel fashion so that we can do more per frame. And doing more per frame means that we're putting a lot more detail in the environment, whether that's detail with debris blowing through the air or more sophisticated artificial intelligence routines for the enemies. Basically, there's a lot more going on out there in the world, and that creates a more believable environment. We're going to show you a lot more of the game in the next few months, and we hope it's going to give you a lot of incentive to go out and buy a PlayStation 3.